Shiitake mushrooms, also known as oak fungus in Japanese, are a type of edible mushroom that are native to East Asia. They have a distinctive umami flavor and a meaty texture that make them a popular ingredient in many Asian dishes, particularly in Japanese and Chinese cuisines. Shiitake mushrooms are not only delicious but also rich in nutrients, containing high levels of vitamin B, copper, manganese, selenium, and zinc, as well as various polysaccharides that are thought to boost the immune system and have anti-cancer properties. They are also low in calories and fat, making them a healthy addition to any diet. Shiitake mushrooms are a revered delicacy in Japanese cuisine, with a rich history of cultivation and consumption that spans centuries. The traditional methods of growing these mushrooms have been passed down from generation to generation, and the attention to detail and care that goes into the process is what sets Japanese-grown shiitake mushrooms apart. One of the key factors in the cultivation of shiitake mushrooms is the selection of the logs used to grow them. The ideal logs are from broad-leaved trees such as oak or chestnut and are carefully chosen based on their size and age. The logs must be healthy and free from any damage or disease, as this can impact the growth of the mushrooms. Once the logs are selected, they are inoculated with shiitake spores, which are typically inserted into the logs via small holes drilled into the wood. This process allows the spores to germinate and the mycelium to grow, which can take several months. During this time, the logs are kept in a controlled environment with high humidity and temperature to ensure optimal conditions for growth. After the mycelium has fully colonized the logs, they are moved outdoors and placed in a shaded area. Here, the logs are exposed to natural weather conditions, which can vary depending on the season and location. The mushrooms will start to grow, feeding on the nutrients in the log, and this process can take several months. It's important to water the logs regularly to maintain the ideal moisture level. As the shiitake mushrooms grow, they can be harvested at various stages of maturity, from small and tender to large and robust. The ideal harvesting time depends on the desired outcome, and experienced growers can determine when the mushrooms are at their peak flavor and texture. The process of harvesting must be done carefully to avoid damaging the log or any other mushrooms that are not yet ready for harvest. At the end of the growing season, the logs are typically left to rest for a period before being used again. This allows the logs to regenerate their nutrients, ensuring healthy growth for the next season. The cycle of growing shiitake mushrooms in Japan is steeped in tradition, with a focus of sustainability and ethical practices. The result is a delicious, high-quality product that has become a staple of Japanese cuisine, enjoyed both domestically and all around the world. The cultivation of shiitake mushrooms is a delicate process that requires specific conditions such as moderate shade, airflow, humidity, and water. However, the region where they are primarily grown is Japan, and it's known to have a low rainfall rate. To overcome this, more than 1,200 irrigation ponds have been built in the region since ancient times. The mountainous terrain in the region makes it challenging to construct large ponds. As a result, people have ingeniously connected multiple small-scale ponds to ensure the necessary amount of water for shiitake mushroom cultivation and other agricultural activities. One such pond is the Misakoike irrigation pond, where a caretaker, known as an ikimori, is still chosen to this day. The ikimori plays a crucial role in ensuring the timely distribution of the appropriate amount of water wherever it is needed in the region. Their watchful eyes and diligent efforts make sure that the shiitake mushroom cultivation and other agricultural activities continue uninterrupted. To acquire the bed logs essential for shiitake mushroom cultivation, people in the region carefully grow sawtooth oak trees that will eventually become logwood. These oak trees are sown with the fungus of shiitake mushrooms and can be used as bed logs for 3 to 4 years. Once the logs have been used, the wood is returned to the mountain to become soft, mineral-rich soil, forming a moisture-retaining layer. This allows the forest to renew itself naturally. People in the region work together to maintain and protect the sawtooth oak forests. They recognize the importance of these forests for shiitake mushroom cultivation and other agricultural activities. Their mutual cooperation ensures the forests continue to thrive, providing the necessary resources for shiitake mushroom cultivation and other agricultural activities. This sustainable approach to cultivation has been passed down from generation to generation and is an essential part of the traditional techniques used for shiitake mushroom cultivation in Japan. If you're a food lover, you simply can't miss out on the exquisite taste and texture of the shiitake mushrooms. These mushrooms are grown using a special technique that involves cultivating them outdoors without the use of harmful pesticides. Instead, they are grown on broadleaf trees that provide the ideal environment for their development. The result? Shiitake mushrooms that are bursting with rich umami flavor and have a chewy texture that's been compared to that of mountain abalone. At the forefront of the shiitake mushroom industry, we source only the highest quality specimens from reputable and trusted growers. So why not indulge in this culinary sensation and elevate your dishes to the next level with the delectable taste and texture of shiitake mushrooms? Don't miss out on the opportunity to savor this unique and delightful culinary experience. In conclusion, shiitake mushrooms are a delicious and nutritious food that's been cultivated in Japan for centuries. However, growing shiitake mushrooms is not as simple as just planting them and letting them grow. The cultivation process requires a lot of care, attention, and knowledge to ensure that the mushrooms are of the highest quality. One of the key factors in growing high-quality shiitake mushrooms is timing. The mushrooms must be harvested at just the right time to ensure that they are at their peak flavor and texture. Shiitake mushrooms should be picked when the cap is opened approximately 50 to 75%. This is when the gills that are exposed by the cap edges are still rolled under the cap. Picking mushrooms that are too mature can lead to reduced shelf life, a longer delay before the next flush, and increased pest problems. Harvesting shiitake mushrooms is an art that requires precision and care. The timing of the harvest is critical to ensure the mushrooms are at their peak flavor and texture, and proper handling is essential to maintain their freshness. From selecting the right logs to picking the mushrooms and storing them properly, every step in the process is important for producing the best quality shiitake mushrooms. With the right techniques, anyone can enjoy the delicious taste and health benefits of fresh shiitake mushrooms. Thank you for watching.